Hello and welcome everyone to Playwrights Foundation's Inspire Me Community Building Fundraiser. And that is FUNraiser, where we are trying to raise fund tonight and funds to support Playwrights Foundation. I'm Jessica Bird-Beza, the Executive Artistic Director at Playwrights Foundation, and I am calling in from the unceded Mwaluko Ohlone land, colonially known as Hercules, California. And for those of you who are in the Bay Area, you know we are experiencing a storm today. And so for those of you who are not in the Bay Area, you may not realize that, but we have been, power's been going on and off, and this is live theater, and we're going to roll with it, and it's going to be fabulous. But I'm also glad that all of you joined in the midst of all the weather, but maybe that's actually, we can gather on Zoom together. I was thinking that if we actually had this in person, it would be a rained out event. So glad you are all here. And what you were watching before was a slideshow of all the inspirations that we have received over these past 3 weeks that are the foundation of the 3 plays that you're going to see tonight. So thank you to everyone who participated or donated so far, and all of you who chose to spend your evening with us here tonight. And with me here is Nailah, and I want to invite her to introduce herself also.
Great. Thanks so much, Jessica. Hi, everyone. I'm Nailah Harper-Melville. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Community Relationships Manager here at Playwrights Foundation. I am calling in from the unceded lands of the Arapaho, Ute, and Cheyenne people, colonially known as Denver, Colorado. And I'd like to welcome everyone into the Zoom room. Feel free to let us know who you are, introduce yourselves in the chat, say your name, your pronouns if you'd like. If you participated, how you participated, and your land, if you'd so like, you can do any of those. We welcome that in the chat. And before we begin, we would like to acknowledge that the offices of Playwrights Foundation are on the traditional and unceded lands of the Ramaytush Ohlone people, who are the past, present, and future stewards of this land. And we encourage you to acknowledge the indigenous heritage of the lands that you are on in the chat. And if you'd like to learn more about the land that you're on, I'm gonna put in a resource there for you in the chat as well, and feel free to learn more. Great. So we also have closed captions available on Zoom. So if you're interested in those are at the bottom of your Zoom screen. You can just take a look at those closed captions and you can just click on those. And with that, I will pass it back over to Jessica.
Thanks, Nailah. Some of you with us here tonight are longtime supporters of Playwrights Foundation, and I want to thank you so much for your deep support. And others of you are new friends who maybe participated in the Inspire Me campaign or know someone in this Zoom room, and we are so excited to welcome you into the family. And at Playwrights Foundation, our purpose is to support and empower playwrights, artistic growth and careers while championing their voices on a national level. And we imagine a future where playwrights are radically centered as visionary leaders who transform the world through storytelling. And we holistically support playwrights and their new work in its early stages before it gets into production through our programming, such as the Bay Area Playwrights Festival, the Resident Playwrights Program, and producing partnerships, in addition to creating a network of playwrights and theater professionals and new work supporters across the country. And many of you fall into those categories. And we're so glad that we can gather together, and at least if we're in the Bay Area, that we're not rained out tonight. Oh, and I also want to, highlight a little bit more our resident playwright program, because the magic behind the event tonight comes from 3 of our resident playwrights who have written the plays this evening. And in our resident playwright program, we currently have 5 resident playwrights who are with us up to 4 years, where we offer a creative home and we offer financial and creative resources to pursue a career in playwriting within a cohort of other playwrights. And I'm such a huge fan of each of them, and I'm so excited for you to learn more about them and their work tonight. And all 3 of them, they're such unique playwrights, and the way that they approach this, it's all really different and fun. And so I'm excited for you to engage with that. And Nailah, can you share a little bit about kind of the inspiration behind our FUN fundraiser?
Yes, most definitely. So honestly, the inspiration for this year's fundraiser was, how do we not make it a fundraiser? Or how do we turn the very idea of fundraising on its head, right? So instead of just asking for money, and I know a lot of us are pretty exhausted being asked for money, right, this past year. So what if we came at it sort of sideways? What if we focused on raising fun and inspiration? What if we involved the community in the process of creating something new? What if we spread inspiration and created something that everyone can really participate in, whether you donate or not? So that was our experiment. That was sort of our leap of faith. We inspire you, our community, to inspire us, our resident playwrights, to inspire something new. And we really hope that that inspiration doesn't end tonight and continues past this event. So I can tell you a little bit more about how we did it. The first 3 weeks of October, we invited our community to be a part of our cycle of inspiration. And here's sort of how it worked. First, there was the spark in the center of that spiral. So every Friday, resident playwright Megan Cohen and I would create a video inviting folks to participate in a prompt. And the theme of each week was inspired itself by the building blocks of our organization's name, Playwrights Foundation. So the first week, invited folks to play. The second week, to write. The third week, we asked people to really dig into their personal foundations. And the goal for these weekly prompts was to inspire folks to create, to try to do something that brought them joy and perhaps made them think about something in a different way. So then people sort of captured all of their personal creative expressions. That could have been a short video, a picture, a bit of text, and in whatever way sort of felt right for them, and shared it on social media or just directly gave it to us. And at the end of each week, we gathered all of these inspirational bundles and passed them over to our 3 playwrights. So week 1, Dan Wolf; week 2, Nick Hadikwa Mwaluko; and week 3, Megan Cohen. And who each had less than a week to write a brand new short play with these sort of crowdsourced creative expressions. Megan, actually, she was about to come on, only had a whopping 36 hours. So pretty crazy. And today is really the culmination of that cycle as we collectively experience these new works. And also, I just want to shout out to those of you who participated in the prompts. Thank you so much for what we've been calling your #InspirationFoundation. And for those who weren't able to participate yet, no worries. It is not too late. We've got some fun stuff coming up for everyone. Ways to get involved. This is interactive. So with that, I'd like to introduce Megan Cohen, one of our resident playwrights, who helped us really build this campaign from the ground up. She was a major thought partner for us. Megan is a playwright and opera librettist raised in San Francisco, whose work puts deliciously complex female antiheroes at the heart of lively, high-octane comic worlds. Wow. That's dope. Megan's going to share with us a bit about creating the weekly prompts.
Thanks, Nailah. Hi, everybody. You might see me drinking hot chocolate because it's a rainstorm outside and I'm just trying to do it right. So when we were talking about doing some kind of project, some kind of community event, some kind of community gathering with momentum this month leading up to tonight, we were talking about what to do. I was thinking about how theater is about creating meaning and having a moment together and a moment of connection that we share. And I wanted each of the prompts to be their own little art experience where if you do it, you have a moment like that, whether it's a moment of levity when you play with something, or a moment of creativity, trying something new with the right prompt, or a moment of having kind of a deep and meaningful personal thought with the foundation prompt. Because good theater, to me, it has levity, it has creativity, and it has meaning. And so I wanted to invite everyone to have moments like that together and to have a meaningful connection with each other in that way. And it's been really exciting seeing how this took shape and how the digital bundles and the plays happened. And it's so exciting to me as a resident artist that Playwrights Foundation was game to try this really new idea. like, we haven't done this before. This isn't a thing that people do. And Playwrights Foundation was really game to be innovative and try this with me and make this together so that we could all have a really different experience. And I really value how innovative Playwrights Foundation is as an organization. The residency that I'm in here is really innovative. It's really different from anything else in the Bay Area and in its own way from anything national. And I hope that together we can come together as a community and keep supporting that boldness of that work. And to keep that happening, tonight we're trying to raise funds. In addition to raising funds together and having a nice time, we want to make sure that this nice time helps scaffold more times like this. So we are asking for some money. I want to bring up how you can do that support right now. I want to take a look at our fundraiser. You can see we've got that nice fancy graphic. It's got our goal. We're at $5,661. And maybe a couple of your dollars can change that number tonight while we're here, while we're on. I want to thank you to Erin pitching in up from OSF. It's really beautiful to see your name on that list. Even though you're not in the Bay Area anymore full time, it's really great that you're still in our community. The fundraiser is about our community and our community showing up for each other. So thank you for being part of that. And all night tonight, you can go to, there's a link in the chat right now to donate, so your name can be up there the next time we check that graphic. You can also take a picture of that QR code that's on the screen graphic, or you can text Inspire Me to 44321. Or if this Zoom is as technological as you get, make a pledge in the chat and send a paper check. But if you do that, just type a little something into the chat to let us know that you have, so that we can celebrate you too. And at any of these links, you can give a one-time donation, or you can give a recurring monthly donation, which I hope you will, because this organization is supporting artists like me. They support us year-round, every month, not just this month. So I hope that you'll consider making yourself a part of our community in an ongoing way. So
thank you, Megan. Oh my gosh, I get like so heartfelt hearing you all talk about Playwrights Foundation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I also want to share that we have a generous donor, Alan Stuart, who's going to match the first $1,000 that we raise tonight. So I hope that we can raise at least $1,000 and we can match that and maybe even more and get closer to our goal. So also during our time tonight,
Jessica, you're on mute.
I muted myself. How much was I muted for? This is Zoom. Did I just?
Not that long, just the beginning of that sentence.
Okay. So we're going to be seeing these 3 plays as we've been talking about, but there's also going to be fun activities for you all to engage around our themes of playwrights and foundation. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to that are like, oh, it looks so fun what you're doing, but I haven't had time to engage. Well, if you are here in this room with us tonight, there is time for you to engage, and we're going to do it together. And we're going to start out actually, with some fun questions, and Megan's going to kick that off for us with, a little Zoom poll.
Yeah, nothing says engagement like actually engaging. So since we're all here, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and I hope that you'll answer in the cold, because it's a chance for us all to get to know each other a little bit better. First question in the Inspire Me poll is to do with our first week play. We want everyone to know about the game Hide and Seek. In Hide and Seek, did you prefer to hide or to seek? Or did you never play Hide and Seek? How do you play Hide and Seek? Hide, seek, or it's not your thing? I want to know. I also want to know about, a lot of us are writers. Everyone writes something. What kind of writing do you engage in the most, or that is like the kind of writing that you think of when you think of writing? Do you think of your creative writing? Maybe you're a playwright like me, or maybe you write poems that no one sees, or short stories that you publish everywhere. Do you think of yourself as a creative writer, as a personal writer? We're journaling, we're writing letters, social media, using it for direct communication in your personal life? Are you thinking about writing for work, like emails and documentation and white papers? Is that your primary writing? Or is your primary writing just jotting down little to-dos and little whatnots like that? So do you think of yourself creative, personal, work writing, to-do writing? And last but not least, our third question is about foundation. What helps you tap into your foundation the most, like the core of who you are? Is it physical activity like running or yoga or sport? Is it journaling and making that space for your thoughts and feelings? Is it meditation, just being with all of it? Is it going to nature, getting that external treat and then that external connection? Or is it people? What helps you tap into your foundation the most? And we're going to keep that poll up for like about a minute and a half. So if you've done the poll, this is like a great time to donate without missing anything really load bearing, because all night we're going to have stuff going on. So this is a really great time to call up that link. I can see the poll numbers starting to come in. We've got a little, about almost 3/4 of folks. So I think it's time to start shouting out some answers and seeing some trends. It looks like with hide and seek, you're a bunch of hiders. We got 65% of you would rather hide than seek. And I feel you. I'm a good and tenacious speaker, but I'm a much better hider. The last time I played hide and seek, it was in an office building after hours, and I'm such a good hider. I hid in the elevator and nobody found me until they all gave up and got in the elevator to go home. So I, like you, am a hider. I'm a skilled hider, which is great. It will help us all survive, but we need seekers to play with too. So thank you to the 31% of you that are willing to like go out and open every door and see if we're in there. Extroverts and introverts, we need it all. With writing, it looks like people write a lot of different ways. Most of you, 45% of you, are really drawn to creative writing, and you engage in creative writing the most. Like me, a lot of us do, but it's also true that it's like a primary mode of communication. I can see that 30% of you mostly write for work, and 24% of you mostly write personally. We're living in one of the most written times in history. There's more access to writing than ever before. So I can see how this is a really good spread, but it's exciting to me that so many of you use your writing for your creativity too, and for making things in worlds and fictional worlds that other people can share, along with that heartfelt personal communication and that functional work communication that keeps the world moving. We've got the foundation. It looks like a lot of everybody has their own thing. This is a really interesting split because nothing's super dominant, except that most people really find that nature taps into your foundation. About 27% of you like to go forest bathing or looking at the water. And I get that because we're part of nature. And the piece I made tonight has a lot to do with nature. It has to do with nature and with people and with journaling and with all of this. So I'm really excited to see that for so many of you, nature is a part of your foundation, the way that it's sort of at the core of my foundation piece that we'll see later. So thank you all for sharing your questions and answers so that I can know a little bit more about who's here, and we can all know each other a little bit better.
I just shared the results so everybody can see, because it seemed like people were done. So you can take like the visual of what Megan just called out. But thanks everyone for participating.
Yeah, right on. So I think
Nailah's next.
Yeah.
I'll take it over. Thanks so much, Megan. And I did see Erin's comment in the chat, and I just wanted to say, like, yes, that is true. And the like multiple choices are imperfect, and totally feel you on that. And we are trying to break the binary. So I feel you. Imperfect questions, but thank you for participating. All right, so tonight's all about individual pieces of creativity becoming inspiration for a collective whole, right? So not only are we going to be experiencing how that was done over the last 3 weeks, but we are also going to be doing this in real time today. So we will be gathering words throughout our time together that will inspire a freestyle rap by Bay Area actor and hip hop artist Carlos Aguirre at the very end of our evening tonight. So anyone who donates today will also hear their name in the freestyle. We are very excited about this. Shout out to Carlos. So, keep that in mind. Keep yourself present, keep yourself engaged. We need some juicy stuff to give Carlos at the end of this. And please stick around because it is really incredible seeing him work and create. All right, moving on to Jessica.
Yeah, thank you, Nailah and Megan, for kind of helping me kick off the first part of the evening, and we'll check in with you a little bit later. So as we talked about in our first week, we explored the first part of our name, play, And play is such a pivotal part of theater and storytelling. And you have to let yourself play with ideas and creatively expand your imagination. And so Megan invited us to play with a gift from someone you love and creatively use or misuse it. And so we had around 13 people who participated and inspired our playwright, Dan Wolf. And Dan is one of our resident playwrights and is a multidisciplinary artist who combines conventional theater styles with themes, language, music, and aesthetics of hip hop, the hip hop generation. You know, and I was so impressed with how he took all the different inspirations and weaved them into this beautiful connective story. And in just 1 week, where every character, location, and prop that you are going to see or hear about is inspired by what folks sent in. So I hope that you enjoy All of a Sudden by Dan Wolf, performed by actors Erin, Mei-Ling, Stuart, and Sango, Tajima. Scene 1.
A 10-year-old child sits on the floor holding a music box. The music box can be anything that plays music. The child presses play and hears music. The child sets the music box down and begins to create a rectangular border around themselves with a set of colored blocks, making sure the music box is inside the border. The child begins to dance around with joy to the music. As the child dances, we see a big rubber ball, a pumpkin, a set of wooden oars, a leather sketchbook, and a tube of brightly colored lip gloss. All of a sudden, the child stops. They remember something. They look around the room, but realize that the border that initially set them free is now a constraint. They are stuck inside. The picture of the ball returns, and the child reaches for it, but it disappears. The oars, the sketchbook, the lip gloss, and one by one they disappear as the child reaches for it, barely avoiding stepping over the border of colored blocks. We see a pumpkin. The child turns their concentration to the pumpkin and with all their might tries to lift the pumpkin through the air like Luke Skywalker uses the Force. The pumpkin begins to shake and rumble and maybe for a second slightly levitates before plunking back down to the ground. The child tries again. As a child closes their eyes, a dog, a pug, enters. The pug sees the child, but the child's eyes are closed and they do not see the dog. The dog circles around the child, sniffing at the kid, but the dog does not dare to cross the border.
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm using the Force.
Isn't that fake?
I'm talking with the dog, so I guess anything is possible.
How do you know I'm a dog? Your eyes are closed.
I can hear you breathing. I know a Frenchie when I hear one.
I'm not a Frenchie. I'm a pug.
The child opens one eye and looks at the dog. A pug? But you sound like a Frenchie.
Different ears? I get this all the time.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry. You can apologize, but never be sorry.
Okay. Can you help me?
Sure. What do you need? You want me to roll this pumpkin over? The one you were trying to move with your mind?
The pug springs into action and tries to nudge the pumpkin over to the child. No, that's okay. I need something else.
Sure. Yeah. What do you want? Anything. What?
Come over here, right outside the line.
Here?
Yeah, perfect. Now face me.
Okay.
Now, I need you to breathe deep and roar at me like you're a lion.
Like this. Run!
Okay, that was okay. Try again.
Run! 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 Are you laughing?
Keep going. Keep going. You're getting it.
Roar! Roar! Roar!
Perfect. That's perfect. That's a good dog. That's such a good dog. Now sit. 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 Good dog. Child gives pug a good rub. Now lay down. Lay down. Good dog. That's a good dog. Lays down along the border of blocks as close as they can get to the child. The child snuggles up against the border, getting as close as it can get to the dog. The child's hand slowly crosses the border and pets the dog lovingly. There is a moment of safety and peace in both the child and the dog.
I live inside the negative of a photo, a space where all the color's been lost and all I'm left with are the blues and the greens.
I understand.
Scene 2.
We hear the sounds of the high seas crashing in the middle of a storm. We see a boat thrashing about on the horizon. In between the crashing of the waves and the striking of the thunder, we hear a captain of the ship crying out in the night, "Move it, move it, move it, or lost! I'm lost at sea, Odysseus!" The storm passes. The skies part with sunshine. We hear sounds of birds, the usual sounds of seabirds. We see the captain on the deck of their ship. They are a 14-year-old kid blossoming into young adulthood with the burden of knowing too many secrets about the world. A crow flies in and lands on the deck of the ship. Am I dead?
Not yet.
The captain doesn't really like this answer. They turn their back to the crow and pull out a tobacco pipe and begin to smoke.
Smoking will kill you.
The captain takes a big pull on the pipe and blows it in the direction of the crow. After a long, uncomfortable look at the crow, do I know you?
Yes. I'm a relative you don't see much, but I really get who you are.
What?
I live with Frog. You know, the one who survived the fire. Here, I brought you something from the both of us.
The crow hands the captain a leather-bound book.
I've been using it for my own little drawings. I hope you like it. Go ahead, read it.
An apple sat on it. Wait, no, the peanuts. Their heart was full of butter. And now one became exactly what they want. Peanut butter. The crow flies away, leaving the captain holding the book on the deck of the ship. The captain keeps flipping through the book and comes upon something strange. Someone has cut a rectangle out of the pages of the book in order to hide a single tube of boldly colored lip gloss. The captain takes out the lip gloss and slowly begins to put it on with joy.
Done it.
The captain continues to apply lip gloss. A shark enters and begins to violently devour the captain. No, shark, no, get me. No. Shark is getting me. The boat splits in half as the shark drags the captain under.
Scene 3.
We hear the music from the child's music box. We see the child curled up asleep in a different place than when we last saw them. Pug is gone. The blocks are all over the room and the toys have all been played with.
The captain enters and watches the child sleep. Captain notices the music box and turns the music off. The child wakes up and immediately notices the captain.
How long have you been standing there?
Not long enough.
When'd you get back?
A few hours ago.
You staying this time?
Probably. Here, I brought you something. The captain flips a wide-brimmed hat onto their head.
A hat?
Cool, huh?
I guess.
You'll grow into it.
But I'm a child.
You made a mess in here. Don't you think you should clean it up?
Why does it matter? It's just a mess. It's no big deal.
I'm only saying we should clean it up.
Why?
So the room can be clean.
Why?
So we can have some order.
Why?
So we can control something.
Why?
So we can feel like something in our life is not falling apart.
It's not my fault mom and dad are getting a divorce.
I never said it was.
The siblings really
See each other.
they start to clean up. They find a star theater, a small orb that plugs into the wall and casts a light show of a solar system against the ceiling of a dark room.
Come sit with me.
They watch the lights dance around the room. We hear music from the music box.
End of play. Thank you. Thank you so much, Erin and Sango. They put that together in like 2 hours. And now we're going to see a little video of the inspirations. We're going to see the actual physical inspirations. So hang out and watch. And thank you to everybody who participated.
So Playwrights Foundation has a challenge this week to play with something that was given to you by someone you love.
Move it, move it, move it.
No, shark! No, get me! Ah! 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 No! 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 Ah! Odysseus, you are adaptable. You always find solutions. Stop this war, or Zeus will be enraged at you.
So this sketchbook was given to me by a relative. We don't usually see each other that often, but she knows how much I like to draw. So she gave me a sketchbook that she wasn't using, and so for the past few months or so, I just started using it for my own little drawings, and yeah, I really like it.
Thank you, Dan, so much for your beautiful work on that short little piece in such a short time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was really fun to do. I love that.
Well, I'm sad that you can't actually be here with us in person right now, but we did record this video during our dress rehearsal, because where are you tonight? What are you celebrating?
Today I'm celebrating my parents' 50th anniversary. So as much as I wish I could be with everyone tonight, it's a special day for the family. So we're going to spend together.
Well, thank you for, being here or putting together this play. And I wanted to just talk with you a little bit about what it was like, taking these people's inspirations and then writing a play, and just share with us a little bit about your process and maybe what inspired you to write this particular story.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I love the challenge of the call and response between kind of disparate ideas and inspirations and responses, and then the challenge of trying to put that together into something that makes sense or doesn't make sense, but makes sense to me. And the inspiration packet was so rich with so much kind of just personal connection, very specific personal connection, that all of a sudden I really started to hear the way that they kind of played with each other. And there's when you see all the inspiration, you'll notice one piece that really, really struck me, and I think was the key for me to unlock this little story.
That's great. Yeah, folks, we have a video that we put together of all the inspirations that we'll be sharing at the very end tonight, but also we'll be sending out links so that you can watch it after the event. Also, Dan, what was the hardest part while writing this piece?
I think besides the time constraint, although there was some freedom in that constraint, the week leading up to it, where you knew you had to do the work, but you also didn't have the stuff yet. So kind of trying to imagine what possibilities could come your way, but also just really understanding you had to be in the moment and just waiting. It kind of was like a birthday present that you got to open, and then you got to really respond to it. And so that was really the toughest part for me. I really approached it with a freestyle aesthetic. So I was just trying to kind of listen to the way that the things talked to each other and spoke to me, and then just tried to say yes and follow the story that emerged as opposed to direct it.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining this experiment with us. And it was fun to, work with you as a little bit as a director also.
Yeah.
So that was super fun.
Thanks for having me. Hope you all enjoyed it. And
yeah,
also shout out to the actors who did an amazing, amazing job.
Yes. All right. Well, thanks, Dan. Hope you're having fun with your family.
Thank you, everyone. That was incredible to watch. So we are actually going to be doing a little bit of playing ourselves now. Are y'all game? Can I get some, maybe, can't even see, but yes, I get some snaps from Megan. Y'all ready? Okay. So if you do feel comfortable turning on your cameras, that would be amazing. No worries if not, but please enter in the space in some way, be present with us. And what I would like for you to do is look around the room or whatever space you're in, and don't think too hard about it, but find an object that was a gift, or if you don't have one of those or it's not easily accessible, just bring an object that gives you some joy. You've got 1 minute to bring it back to your computer. I'm gonna play a song that's only 1 minute long. So shout out to Tierra Whack actually for creating a whole album of 1 minute long songs. And this one is called Silly Sam. So ready, set, go. Back. So I hope you have your object, whatever it is. If you feel comfortable, please put your video on, put yourself on gallery view so we can see each other. I'm actually going to do that real quick right now so I can see you all. Hello, people. Hello. Great. So this is not going to take very long, but I would love for you to just take your object and think of the life of your object. Think of its journey. Think of its journey to you. Was it a gift from someone? Did you buy it? Did you find it on the street? What is the life of this object? And then once it came to you, what happened then? Who uses it the most? How is it used? Daily? You know, every once in a while? Really think about the journey and the life of this object. Now I'd like you to just observe it. Observe the object and use all of your senses, right? We often just like use sight, many of us. So take a moment to like close your eyes and use your different senses. Maybe smell it. This mug smells like coffee, which makes sense. Maybe taste it if you dare. Hear it. Does it have a sound at all? Feel it. And open your eyes and really look at it. Give it a good hard look. What is something that you've never noticed about it? Never before. Anything that you've never noticed? Now do something that you've never done with it. Surprise yourself. I love, Megan says, put on the mind of a child. So put on the mind of a child and do something you've never done with this object. You never even thought to do, maybe. Yes, I see a lot of people putting their objects on their head. Yes, totally. Great, great. And now with all of that exploration of this object, I'd like you to think of one word that you associate with this object and put it in the chat. And this is a word that we are going to give Carlos at the end of the night so that he can freestyle with it. This can be his inspiration. So make it juicy, make it good, because this is the word, or one of them. We'll get some more words too. I love it. I'm seeing fragrant, distant, hope, beloved, fuzzy, MVP, reconciliation, bravery, joy, myrte, joyful, javelin, flight, pixie love, helicopter. Can't even love, cozy, bride, poignant, Mika, Roland, tranquil, night, love, full-bodied, wistful. Great. We are going to put these in a document, collect them, give them over to Carlos, and have him freestyle at the end of the night. Thank you all for participating. And lastly, actually, we're going to take a picture with all of our playful objects. So if you'd like to put yourself on camera, put yourself on gallery view, and I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna take the picture. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, and then do something silly. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Thanks y'all for playing. Great. I am going to introduce week 2, which was rights. Exploring writing. The second week, we really explored what inspires folks to write. Playwrights Foundation, as y'all know, really centers playwrights and their writing process. And writing a new play is really all about how to write something different. So Megan invited us to write something with a different thing or on a different thing than usual. So instead of a computer and a paper and pen, what about mustard on a plate or lipstick on a mirror, right? We had some just incredibly super creative writing. People went into nature and wrote in the sand or with sticks or with water. People did it in their houses with what they found around, dirty laundry, Legos, pieces of tiny paper. And so these were the offerings that we then gave to Nick, who created a comedy. It's actually called a comedy, and it is also a comedy. Nick Hadikwa Mwaluko is another resident playwright with us here at Playwrights Foundation, and he creates plays that imagine pathways to justice by marrying the power of queer Black storytelling and theatrical performance. This year, he was named, shout out to Nick, as one of the inaugural New Vision Fellows for the National Queer Theater, and we also have a rough reading of his piece, Homeless in the Afterlife, in a couple weeks, so you definitely want to check that out. It was really great to see what Nick came up with using these creative interpretations of the prompt. And I'd love to welcome back Sango, Tajima, and Erin, Mei-Ling, Stuart back for a comedy.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome to our channel, Fandom Review. We are
Ava,
David,
Jane Ennis,
AKA Lipstick.
my stage name / media handle.
Middle name, drumroll please.
Kwang Pham Helinsky.
Zelensky. I'm not,
Well, that's what the note says. I'm reading off your notes.
let me see that. Ew, that chicken scrawl is not my handwriting.
Anyway, we are here to do what we do.
And what do we do? Tell our fans we
Review exceptional,
exceptional, brilliant,
beyond brilliant, bountifully bold, beautiful, boundary-breaking books.
I like that alliteration.
Who?
Stop it.
This book did not make the Times bestseller list.
Or grab an Academy Award or an Emily.
Emmy, it's called.
Is that what I just said?
A great, phenomenal book like this makes me see how an artist.
Now that's what a holy, divine, sacred word. Say it again one last time.
Artist.
Oh, see?
I don't see.
I see clouds. I'm in earthly heaven, injected into a star called Star. Gorgeous name. Her constellation illuminates. Suddenly, yes, the clouds part open, light pours from above, revealing Mount Rushmore.
Can we get back to the book?
But I'm having my best orgasm ever. It's purely financial. My credit karma is erupting.
With a financial orgasm like that, I will close my eyes.
And open my lungs, inhale, exhale, to breathe in the karmic pulse of creative energy.
Which is a beautiful segue into our book review. The main character, Kayla Mei-Shing, it starts off with her on a beach with
H2O written in sand, then ends in mythical Hallelujah Lane with love written in sticks. It could be, you know what it reminded me of? You know what it took me to?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Jessica Bird-Beza and Jordan Puckett, that award-winning writer-director female duo who shot Ojala, Breakfast of Champions, in El Parsno, only it looked like Senegal in the year 54,000?
I never understand anything you say. It's epic, bigger than box office, bigger than the first time I went to Wendy's.
Yesterday, I did my dirty laundry and had the same sensation, only it was closer to Burger King.
Have it your way. Speaking of which, talk about the best friend.
Kate. In the book?
Last name?
Ryan, right?
Right. Wrong. Maybe, I don't know, look it up, page 35.
Nailah, that's what the book says here.
You know what I want you to do? Look into that camera and talk directly to our subscribers.
It would be an honor. I talk dirty laundry Monday through Friday, but on the weekends, I'm flat out fluent in heart to heart.
The floor is all yours, darling.
Dear subscribers, you need to subscribe. Look at me. We, both of us, we love you so much. Yeah, we love you so much that every time we read your comments in the drop section, time literally stops.
Heartbeat crash.
how much we love you. So if you love us as much as we love you, which you do love us as much as we love you and us, we need you to vibe on our subscribe.
Yeah. And tell your friends about us.
The book is called, are you ready?
I am. Are you?
The book is called Spook by Tessa Saito King. Order it through our website
Make a donation
and click the like button below to leave comments.
so we can read, reply, then send a special exclusive gift from our eShop directly to your home. We hope you'll like it.
We know you'll love it. Until next time,
Stay creative and
love,
light.
lawless,
Literature.
backwards,
Literature.
lawless,
Light.
love,
Always.
bye.
Hi, Nick.
Hey,
Welcome. Well, first of all, just amazing, amazing work. It was so great to hear and see your play read by Erin and Sango. And so thank you so much for your work. I just want to shout out, the chat is just blown up, saying you own comedy. That was fun. Thank you. That was great, Nick. No voice like Nick's voice. And I totally, completely agree. So I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about how it was, the process of sort of taking all of these inspirations and then creating this new work. What was it like for you?
it was great. It was great to have the challenge. I love all the different inspirations and the community energy, everybody participating. It was an honor.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And when you were looking at all of these disparate things, how did you think about involving all of them? Did you try to prioritize in any way, or what were you thinking about?
because they were all so different, I decided to embrace that bit of it and just make a wilder structure and just have it go off the ropes. The great thing also about the challenge was we were asked to do something outside our comfort zone, and it's the first time I did comedy, so I enjoy it. I've been trying for a long time, so it's great to have that. And great actors, great director, Nailah. It was great.
Awesome. Well, you rocked the comedy. You sure did. And thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, because we talked a little bit about how like all of these are so disparate and sort of embracing that chaos, embracing the sort of different voices that are really present and not trying to like totally make sense of it all, right? So that was great. And I'm curious, what was the most enjoyable part for you, Nick?
I think learning to let go, just being like, you have a certain time frame, you have different things, and just jump, leap.
Wow, awesome. Well, you sure leapt. Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you. It's so cool to see how these pieces are so original and unique and so different from each other, and such a testament to the voices that Playwrights Foundation supports, that you can tell that Nick is a really different kind of artist than Dan, and I'm a really different kind of artist than both of them, and we all have a home here. It's such a special place. I want to take a minute to check in on our fundraiser and see how it's going, because I know there's been a lot of activity from people who are here tonight in the room with us together. So let's take a look. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's amazing. That was like $2,000 almost in a flash. So I want to thank personally some of the people who stepped up and helped us hit that number in that short amount of time. Thank you, Cleavon. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Roberta. I know you're all writers supporting writers. We're all there for each other. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you to Reed and to Sheila. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for donating. Thank you, Heather. Heather, our literary manager, who gives so much and still reaches into her pockets and gives more tangibly too, in addition to all of her effort. Let's see, I want to thank Chris. I want to thank Elizabeth and Kate. And I want to thank everyone who's giving your financial support, your time, your energy, your focus, your artistry tonight. We're putting a donation link is in the chat, so you can join those numbers and get our thanks. You can also, there's a QR code, you can snap it with your phone. If you're watching on your computer, 2 screens, you can text Inspire Me to 44-321, and we'll keep checking in on that as the night goes forward. So this is another great time to just take a second and maybe think, oh, okay, maybe I'll throw a little more into that pot, into that thing that we're all building together, which is the support for this organization to keep doing work like this and keep supporting voices like Nick, and keep working with amazing actors like Sango and Erin, and creating those collaborations and creating those relationships in our community. So as Nailah has been talking about a little bit earlier, she was talking about how later we're going to have a freestyle by the amazing Carlos Aguirre. If you have not been in the room when this artist is working, you are in for such a treat, because it's going to be a surprise. And if you already know, then you know how much I'm looking forward to it, because you must feel the same. Carlos is amazing, and he's going to freestyle off a list of words that we give him that we put together tonight. So I want you to put a word into the chat right now. I want you to think of a word that you love the sound of. What is a word that you love the sound of? And put a word that you love the sound of, type that into the chat, and maybe we'll hear it from Carlos later in his freestyle. What's a word that you love the sound of? Portobello, tangerine, homecoming, boomerang, dog. What's a word that you love the sound of, that you love to say, that you love to hear, maybe for its meaning or maybe just for its texture? Home. Any word that you love the sound of, drop it in the chat, and we're going to get all of those to Carlos so that he can freestyle using that inspiration to jump off of. Looks like an amazing list right here. So many different kinds of cool things. We've got juxtaposition, Luna, distinction, crisp, gorgeous, persnickety, solitude, sublime, mandibles, confetti, mittens, elegantly, celery, mellifluous, bamboozled. I love this list. I love these words. If you haven't had a chance to drop your word into the chat, sinew, chiaroscuro, so cool. I love seeing these words, and I know that It's going to be really cool to share them with Carlos, maybe hear some of them back. That's going to be the last thing that we do tonight. And while we're getting all of those to Carlos, we're going to watch my piece that I made out of my digital bundle. So I want to talk a little bit about the prompt that went into this piece. So we did play for week 1, we did writes for week 2, and then because it's playwrights foundation, obviously we got to do foundation for week 3, right? So for foundation, we were talking, me and Nailah and Jessica and Chris too, we were talking about like what a foundation is and what foundation means. And we started thinking about the idea of like your personal foundation. Every building has a foundation that it's built on. What's your foundation that you're built on? What holds you up so that you can be tall and strong the way you are in the world? What is your personal foundation? Sometimes it's literal, sometimes it's more metaphorical. So I asked people to share their personal foundation with me, whether that was, something literal, something tangible, or something a little bit more abstract. What's your personal foundation was the prompt. And people really shared some amazing, really heartfelt things about, their core beliefs or the things that make them who they are, their personal foundation. So I got this digital bundle with 24 things in it. And I had these 24 things to make this piece out of, and they became the foundation of my own work. So I took those foundations from 24 people and made them the foundation of what I put together for you. I got all of these on this Friday at noon, and had 36 hours to, I read them all first of all, and then I wrote something, and then I filmed and edited it so that I could share something with you tonight that would feel really like complete to me. It was really exciting to turn that around. And so I've got this piece that we're all going to watch together. It's called In the Trees. Like we said in the poll earlier, nature was foundation for a lot of people. It's foundation for me too, in a certain way. And this piece is exploring that. So we're going to watch In the Trees, which is this little movie that I made that came from everyone else's personal foundations that they shared with me through the project. So Kira, let's give it a look-see.
I wake up in the woods. I have never been camping before, so I'm very surprised. I'm surprised to be awake in the woods in a tent that looks, sounds, and smells like a bright red windbreaker from 1989. I am awake because of a noise that I do not understand. It is not in the tent with me, but it is very nearby and definitely alive. I am not excited to see what it is. Probably it is a raccoon, which I will not enjoy. I do not enjoy raccoons. They have fast hands and big teeth, and we have very little in common, which makes negotiations difficult. If it is a raccoon, it is probably trying to eat something that I was very specifically planning to eat. I get my flashlight and shoes and hope the noise and movement will be enough to scare it off. I have gone camping to try to get back to something. I am camping because I have been in the city for a very long time, and I am very happy in the city, but I know there is a part of me that does not live in the city, not fully live, and I'm trying to decide if that is a part of me that I want. I unzip the flap of the bright red tent and step out into the dark. I see eyes and a tail, but instead of dark and furry, they are dark and fleshy. It is not a raccoon, it is an opossum, which is great news. I love opossums. They are confusing and majestic like whales. I catch sight of its hairless tail and dump truck rump in the edge of my flashlight beam as it furiously waddles away, and I decide to follow it in case it has a cool den that I can see. I would love to see a cool opossum den. Plus, when I go back home, that could become my answer to how was camping. Not cold or sleepless or interesting, but it was amazing. I watched a nocturnal opossum crawl into its den on the cusp of dawn. As camping anecdotes go, an unimpeachable success. I walk as softly as I can while being quick, and as quickly as I can while being soft, but obviously I'm not able to successfully follow an opossum in the dark. It lives here, knows all the shortcuts, and I am a clumsy tourist in a beanie. I'm trying to listen for it, but there are birds everywhere. I think it is moving on a branch over here, but that is a bird. I think it is over there, but that is a bird too. I think it is rustling in a pile of leaves, but that is also a bird. The possum is gone, and I am in the woods, surrounded by birds, and dawn is just starting, but it is very dark. I'm not sure the way back to the tent.
I am so scared right now.
Then I hear a bird, and it says, "My spouse, my soon-to-turn 100 mother, Helen L. Chan, Canadian author Miriam Toews, Society of Physics students at Michigan State University, Dave." And another says, I'll keep thinking on it. I hope this is helpful and hope all is well with you. Thanks for the excuse to go down memory lane. Love, XOXO. We've sure learned a lot, haven't we? Much love to you. Anyway, big hugs. Thanks, best. All the best. Because the birds are talking now. The birds say, journaled since I was a kid. I have also returned to journaling. It's been a boon. Journal utilizing the journal mindset of journaling. I love that journal. So pretty. Journals in the garage. One day read them all. Back down memory lane. Comfort younger me or see how far I've come. Forget shelving books by color or genre. The new way to arrange your shelves is to use them to tell a story. My journaling practice beginning in 4th grade when my mom gave me my first journal at the suggestion of my teacher. A few books have rotated in and out. The San Francisco life built on the foundation of my Oregon childhood. Looking back at that little girl dressed as Peter Pan, it's really no wonder that I turned out the way I did. The birds say, when you're young, you're divinely healthy. Your energy comes from the cup of life or something. As you age, you need more than food. Sometimes that's breathing instead of movement, making decisions that are true to my core needs, the serenity of the oak and pine hills. The birds say, drive, my drive, drive, drive. They say, laughter, oh yes, plenty of needed laughter, feeling the pain of the world in a silly way and saying, let's honk our noses at it and get on with it. They say she keeps writing novels and they keep being so good and they make me feel like I can keep writing my novel. Her dedication to democracy, the bedrock of it all. She's smart, sassy, and 99.9 years old at this moment. My connection to others, my emotional bond with humans and beasts. Community, the unwavering guiding light that has been with me since day one. The cycle I go through over and over that changes week by week. My bones and my blood. The birds say, treat others as you would like to be treated. The golden rule. We're all in this together, so let's get along. Optimism and hope for everyone, everywhere. The birds say, not only are science and art virtually in every space, the story collider, the wall holding up this pumpkin, the earliest Halloween photo I have. There are many reasons why. They have fluctuated in importance over the years, but creativity, preservation of my times, having only each other's company for so many months. I work full time. This is fun. I have 5 minutes. The birds say, 1, we can grow and change, and 2, there is benevolent intelligence in the universe. These beliefs interact. Being able to let go and trust that there is goodness out there allows me to gently encourage myself to love and forgive the parts of me that may be closed off, and to love and forgive others also. If I didn't trust some kind of good, higher power, I would be holding on much more tightly and not letting the universe change me. The birds say, my foundation is faith. Faith is my foundation. The birds say, I don't think I have a foundation. Maybe some of us are meant to float. The birds lift in a murmuration and head off somewhere altogether, probably towards whatever their version is of a hotel breakfast buffet. I am alone in the still barely dark, but it is mostly light now. As the dawn starts to lift things from the shadows, I start to be able to tell real shapes from not real shapes, and I can see where I've come from. I have to check out of my rented campsite by noon, so I make my way back. I pack up my camp. Like a dedicated wrestler, I tackle the bright red windbreaker from 1989 and bring it to the ground, pull poles out of sleeves, fold and roll the tent, and wedge the metal hooks up out of the ground and get it all into the car. I brush the empty ground with my boot. You would never know that I had been here. I notice movement above my eye level. Something rustling leaves, too big to be birds. 3 young people are in the tree, younger than me. They seem glad to be there, and I'm glad for them. A 4th person about my age is not in the tree. They are on the ground with a camera. The whole time I was camping, I didn't think to take any photos, and now I am about to leave. They're going to take a photo so that later they can show everyone back home that they were in the tree and they were glad to be there. I smile, but none of them see me. They are looking at each other and at the camera. They are singing silly songs. The photo will be beautiful.
was so great. Oh my gosh, I haven't even really seen that because Megan's like, wrote that in such a short period of time, and it was so beautiful. I'm like so moved by seeing all of the foundations that people have given, and your immense talent, Megan, just so everybody knows, being very clear, she edited, she acted, and she wrote that of what we just did. And it's so, thank you, Megan. That was a good
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to shoot B-roll with a flashlight at 10 p.m. last night. It was such an honor to get to uplift so many cool ideas and so much cool language from so many people. I'm gonna post that video somewhere so that if you want to spend a little more time with some of the amazing things that people said that are the text of the birds, you'll have that chance. We'll share that out through email later, because it was just such a treat to work with so many cool ideas.
Thanks, Megan. And we want to check in with all of you who are in our room, in the Zoom room today. And like, we just saw all of those, other folks kind of sharing their personal foundations. And, what is your personal foundation? We invite you to put it, one word, in the chat about what holds you up, what keeps you going. And drop it in the chat, and Carlos is coming up in like 2 minutes, and we're going to be able to kind of hear these in a collective, sharing in this collective space. Megan, share folks, what is your personal foundation?
My personal foundation, I think my essential personal foundation is a sense of humor. It helps me navigate everything else. There's lots of things, but that's really at the core. What about you, JBB?
You saw a little bit in there, but my husband has definitely been my personal foundation, especially spending so much time. You might be here in this room here too. And then also journaling and yoga definitely, help bring kind of a foundation for me, I think. So yeah, keep putting those one words of your foundation in the chat. Thank you so much. And those of you who have stuck around here to the end, you're in for a treat. Let's check back in with our fundraiser here and see where we're at. I'm so grateful for everybody who has been donating. And I know, you know what? My eyes cannot see it. We have Linda and Megan. Can you help me?
Yeah, it looks like we have Linda. Thank you so much. Kenneth, thank you, Kenneth. And we have an anonymous donor too. So whoever you are, thank you for your, cover of darkness, secrecy, support. Support comes in all shapes and sizes. So thank you to those people who have added to our collective pot during the event tonight. And that fundraiser is going to keep running. Does it keep running through the end of tonight or through the end of the month, Jessica?
We'll keep it up for probably the next week. So we'll have it up the next week. And so if you had trouble, donating for some reason tonight, please reach out to us. We'll help you figure it out. But also, I just want to say we've raised over $2,000 so far. We've met our match. So that means we've raised like $3,000, and we're like, 3/4 of the way to our goal. So I can't thank you all enough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's still time to donate if you haven't in the room. And I want to now thank you so much, Megan, for joining me and for your beautiful piece. And now I'm going to introduce Carlos. We're going to keep the fundraiser up, and we're going to bring on Carlos. So Carlos is a Bay Area actor and a hip hop artist, and he's a member of Bay Area Theater Cypher. And I had the pleasure in person to watch Carlos perform before, we all went into lockdown. And, they do this, he does this fabulous audience freestyle from like audience suggestions, which is why we've been gathering your suggestions all evening. He's gonna jump right in and give us a fun treat. But also I wanna say, doing this in a Zoom room is so much different than doing it in a live room. So it is actually helpful to have your camera on, and give some like virtual energy and, put some things in the chat. Let's give Carlos some virtual energy. So hi, Carlos, welcome.
Yeah, check, 1, 2. What's going on? How you doing?
We're doing good. I'm so glad we connected.
I'm super excited. I'm definitely, you are not lacking words. There are... We were kind of like, oh, there's going to be like 15, 10. No, there's like, we got plenty. So I'm super excited. I see some really beautiful, familiar faces. What's up, all my people? I know there's like a lot of folks out there that I've worked with that know me, and I'm just so happy to be here. So here's what I'm gonna ask. I love doing one thing. I got to make sure the sound is all right. So first off, I'm gonna play this beat, and then I want you guys to tell me like if you can hear the beat in relation to my voice. I want to make sure that so we're just gonna hear this real quick. Okay, that's not the one, and it's right here. Okay, check 1 2. Yeah, check. So you can hear the beat, you can hear me. Check 1 2. Yeah, everybody giving the thumbs up. Let's see those thumbs up. Use those emojis. Yeah, you know me. What's up, my homies? I'm getting warmed up. Yeah, we're just making sure. So I'm not like it's not getting fuzzy or anything like that. It's not too loud. We're good. Kind of a little bit, right? So let me do this. Good. See, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. Check 1 2. 1 2. Check. How's that? A little better? Yeah. Okay. Nice. Thank you, Erin. I'm getting the thumbs up. I saw it. Nice. All right, y'all. Check. Yeah. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. So let me look at these words. Luckily, I'm superb when it comes to the word. The flow is funky. That's why I'm fragrant. Yeah, that's right. You know I say this. I represent for sure. Thank you for checking it off. Yo, speaking of check off, look for the subliminals. Hey, yo, it's me to hit you when the flow is critical. In a distant, you can hear my voice in every district. I provide hope in case you missed it. Yeah, my beep, you can kiss it. Hey, yo, I'm getting so specific. It's so terrific. It's okay. Listen, let me pick it up. Hey, my people know we got to get this love. I'm beloved everywhere I go like Mike Jack's glove. That's right, getting funky. Hey, yo, my hair is nice and fuzzy, but no cap. Now let me put it back. Yeah, that's why I rap. I make it clean. I'm an MVP, a Mexican jumping bean. Some things you never seen. Hey, yo, in between. That's right. But MVP for me stands for most vile and perfect. I represent for sure the way I work it. Hey, yo, I know I'm freestyling, so you're gonna have to forgive me. Reconciliation, when it comes to this, you're gonna have to film me. But pay me, cause this flow is straight bravery. Hey, yo, I grabbed the microphone, I'm staying nice and cozy. That's right, you know me. That's right, my homies. Hey, yo, bringing joy to all the people, girls and boys. That's right, playful, stay that way. I represent for sure. I'm unpredictable like a storm in the bay. What the hell is going outside? Damn, I don't know, but let me bring it back inside. Represent for sure. Hey, yo, I gotta do 3 words that y'all played with before. I like to play. When I write, I'm laying down a foundation that's shining bright across all the nation. That's right, y'all, I gotta say it when I spray it. I represent for sure. Now let me get back to the words. Yo, living if you're nice and flowy, it's okay, but you know where we're going. Muerte. After that, yo, all my people feel it's joyful. I represent for sure. Yo, I brought an eyeful and a toy full. Swing it like a javelin. Every flow I'm battling. Flying all across, you know, like a satellite unraveling. Show it flight. Yo, it's clean. A Mexican jumping bean like you never seen. Hey, I'm Mexican like playing accordion. I'm like Octavio Solis in Coco. I'm about to have a jaw-dropping performance. Yeah, you know what's up. Hey, yo, giving all my people the glove. Give me pixie love. Show it up. Yo, hey, yo, I'm nice. I represent for sure. I'm a chopper, a hip hopper. It's bringing it back. Flowing it like a helicopter. Damn. I guess it's flowing when it's clean. I'm about to show you I'm the A-team. Yo, I pity the fool like Mr. T. I got no jewelry, just the jewels I'll be dropping. And yo, it's all love when I'm hip hopping, never stopping. And yo, I'm married to the game. That's right, this beat is my bride. And I'ma ride it all night long. Yo, that's right, let me sing my song. Hey, for sure. Now there's some names I don't wanna have to say too many. I'ma stick to the words because there's nice and plenty. But hey, I like to make paper. Shout out, Tanya Schaefer. What's up? Hey, yo, let me go and break it down. I'm nice and doing the sound profound. Yo, spit it around. Hey, you can't ignore it. I'm nice and poignant. And when I represent for sure, you best support it. Hey, Mika, hold the mica, rolling down. Hey, I'm nice and tranquil. Every time it's nighttime, I like to represent and shine bright like a post light. Hey, yo, come on. This beat is getting full body every time I rap. Hey, yo, it's nice and wistful. Did you catch that? The altitude is high cause I'm flying. Yo, sky by, never trying, never dying on the mic. Yo, let me get my cleave on. I represent for sure without blowing the sleeve on. Hey yo, I'm running into names. I'm still gonna go undiscovered. Yo, but not like Christopher Columbus. No, this is just word association. Hey yo, I'm represent for sure, but thank you for checking it off anyway. That's right, I represent the whole bay. Every time that I say, yo, it's juxtaposition, there's another position. You have to listen, no matter what I'm flipping. Hey yo, it's nice like shining bright, like I'm in tune with the moon or the luna. Hey yo, what I do to the flow is just get straight crazy. I'm so dramatic every time I'm laying it basically. There's a distinction between my voice and the beat, and I'm every word that comes in between. That's right, the training got my vocals nice and crisp. Hey yo, I'm gorgeous like this beep. Hey yo, give me some credit, at least I made my own radio edit. Hey yo, I'm looking in the chat, there's some trickery, cause someone laid down the word persnickety. Ah, biggity biggity diggity. Hey yo, I gotta break it down so you can see I'm just messing around here all alone. Yo, feeling it drown like some solitude, but yo, it's okay. I'm in front of all of you, and as long as I got your energy, then I'ma give it back, cause the flow is sublime. Did you hear the track? Hey yo, it's nice. I'm working my mandibles. They can handle when I come in with the scrambled confetti flow. And that's right, let it go. Hey yo, I got these mittens. I'ma go through every word, every big cat turned into a kitten. Hey yo, every time I lay it down so elegantly, you know what I'm spitting. It's good for your health, celery. Hey yo, remember me and all the mellifluous flow. Damn, that's ridiculous, bro. I'm getting bamboozled with words every time that I go, but it's okay, I'm about to rip it apart like tissue or sinew. Hey, the beat about to play again. 3 times, count it, throw it up, all my friends. Hey yo, chiaroscuro. What the hell? It's much easier just to say churro. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, I represent for sure. Grab the beat, about to make it go bank through. Hey, all my friends in the place to be. I'm the true definition of a real MC, yo. And I know, don't take it to heart. I don't even know what it means, but I'ma say skiart. Skiart the hell out of here. Yeah, I make meaning out of words, yo, out the atmosphere. Yo, it's all music and creativity. It's just living in me, yo. Gotta believe it's an adventure. Every time I flow, it's all love. Thank you, family. I got words and words and words and still unraveling out of my mind. You know my mind stays burning. I'm like a child, baby, in the world. I'm still learning. Hey, but no rapper wanna battle me. Faith and family. Yo, even when I trip up and I slip, I'm still coming back with that cool shit. Hey yo, I hope this flow gave you some nice memories, and you're gonna have to remember me. My name is Infinite, or MC Infinite if you wanna find me on all social media handles. Yo, I'm exploring, got my hand up like what's next. Any beat I can flow over, getting bodied to death. Yo, I hope I created laughter, but I also hope I gave you some thoughts to think about after, cause I'm not just your typical rapper. I'd rather you unravel this later, like a rapper. Yo, that's right y'all, what comes after? Yo, I have to keep flowing and make it crazy. Thank you so very much. I know you think that I'm amazing, or maybe just kinda half cool, but either way, I don't really take what you say too personal. This is just a rehearsal, bro, cause life is living in the moment. And when I represent for sure, I break it down and I'm the dopest. Somebody hand me this horoscope so you can see I'm floating over the words and horror spoken. That's right, I'm horoscoping. Hey yo, I hope this horror's open, cause next week's Halloween. Hey yo, and I'm a fiend. If you wanna see me, I gotta let you go. But before I go, you can also use that same handle to pay me money through Venmo. You see, I'm not too shy to ask. Nowadays, artists apply for grants, never hearing back. Hey yo, that's just the life it is. I guess it's just like this. But yo, we still gonna rise with my fist up. Every morning I look to the sky, I got to get up. All my people, I hope you heard some stuff tonight that'll make you feel yourself, and thank you for being alive. We're all lucky to be here. Last year was crazy. That's right, I'm still looking at my baby girl. To me, she's a baby. I'm still trying to raise her right, trying to make it sound flight. Yo, thank you very much for everything I do. I brought this freestyle from the heart and I spit it for all of you. See, if you think it's cool, then throw them thumbs up. But really one time, yo, I'll hit it like some nunchucks. Yo, it's kinda crazy. I didn't even look at these words till the last minute. That's right. I'm still Patrick Swayze. I got a ghost. And see y'all later. My name is Los. Peace. All right. All right. That's it. What's up?
Carlos, that was amazing. That was so great. Thank you. Wow. I was over here checking off these words, and let me tell you, woo, woo. I was like, I don't even know.
A lot of words.
I don't even know how he's going to do this. But thank you so much for your incredible talent and for sharing with us today. Yes, and just put in the chat, y'all, like just our appreciation for Carlos Aguirre. So
it was my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Word, thanks. Cool. Well, that is the end of our night. Thank you so much for everyone being here. Thank you so much everyone who participated, everyone who donated. Thank you for our actors, Sango, Tajima, and Erin, Mei-Ling, Stuart. Thank you to Carlos Aguirre. Thank you to Dan Wolf, Nick Hadikwa, Mwaluko, and Megan Cohen for writing these incredible pieces in like no time at all. Thank you to Jessica and our streaming producer, Kira, and everyone else who made this possible. We so appreciate you.
Before we go, I want to just invite our board president, Markham Miller, just to say a few words before we say good night. Hi, Markham.
Hi, thank you. Thank you, Jessica. And thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Wow, Carlos, that was like a crescendo to a lot of inspiration this evening. So thank you so much for sharing with us. And to Dan, Nick, and Megan, thank you so much for lending your talents to Playwrights Foundation. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. And to all the familiar faces that I'm seeing this evening, thank you for helping us to inspire playwrights every day, all year. To Jessica and the staff, thank you for this wonderful event. And I just appreciate everyone coming together this evening. If there's one thing COVID has done for us, it's allowed us to use this vehicle known as Zoom to bring folks together. And on a rainy San Francisco evening, this is a wonderful way to spend it. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for every dollar given to Playwrights Foundation, because it truly makes a difference and it helps us prepare playwrights for the American theater, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank all of you for joining us this evening.
Yes, thank you, thank you. We raised like over $3,500 tonight in the room, and that's all because of you. That's it. Nailah already ran down all the other thank yous. Oh, you know what I did want to call out and thank are those folks, if they're still here, that we had like 3 MVPs who participated every week out, you know, and that is AJ Mitchell and the students at Chance Theater, and Jordan Puckett and David Kwan Fang. And thank you so much for, you know, sending us inspirations every week. And then Nailah and myself, but you know, that was fun for us. So yeah, hang around if you want, but you're also, you know, free to go. Thank you for spending your evening with us and raising some fun and some funds for Playwrights Foundation.